Hi, Assalamualaikum and good evening. The topic that will be discussed today is the differences between agenda and minute meeting. Before we continue our discussion, let me introduce our speakers for today. Our first speaker is Dr. Siti Nurdiana binti Mahadi from University of Malaysia, Sarawak, Unimas. Our second speaker is Dr. Muhammad Nur Syafiq bin Michael from University Malaysia Sabah, UMS. Our third speaker is Dr. Abraham Danishman from Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, and our last speaker is Dr. Nur Syahira binti Punawi from University Malaya. Without wasting our time, we move on to our topic. So, hello Dr. Diana. Can you give your opinion about the difference between agenda and minute meeting?
Thank you, Mr. Amirul. My name is Siti Nurdiana and I'm the first speaker for today's forum. I will start by giving out my opinion on the differences between meeting minutes and meeting agenda. A meeting agenda is a list of topics or activities you want to cover during your meeting and need to be prepared before you hold the meeting. The main purpose of the agenda is to give the participants a clear outline of what should happen during the meeting, who will lead each task, and how long each step should take. Having this information before and during the meeting should ensure that it proceeds efficiently and productively. As for meeting minutes, it is a brief but complete notes that are recorded during a meeting. They highlight the key issues that are discussed, motion proposed, and activities to be undertaken. The minutes of a meeting are usually taken by a designated member of the group. Their task is to provide an accurate record of what transpired during the meeting. That is all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for your explanation, Dr. Diana. Next, we move on to our next speaker, which is Dr. Syafiq. Hi, Dr. Syafiq. So, after Dr. Diana shared her opinion about the difference between agenda and minute, can you briefly explain about what do you understand and what is your opinion for the difference between agenda and minutes?
Alright, thank you so much, Amirul. Hi, my name is Syafiq from University of Malaysia Sabah. Okay, so as explained by Dr. Siti Nurdiana, agenda refers to what is planned to discuss during a meeting. So that means that an agenda has a list of topics or subjects that will be covered. It serves as a plan or an outline of what will happen. Okay, therefore, an agenda is made before a meeting occurs. So, for an example, we are working in a company and our manager sent us the agenda for tomorrow's meeting. So, this agenda will be helps us to know what to expect. Okay, so the other words for agenda is program, schedules, and many more. So then, the agenda will be read out in the in the beginning of a meeting, and also any decision made during the meeting does not require to be approved by the members concerned. So, and as for minutes, as we all know, is a summary of proceedings or happenings as recorded in the previous brief notes. So when it used in the context of meeting, it is the official record of what happened or what was said or what was decided at a meeting. So minutes can only be recorded after a meeting has happened. So, and the recorder and the recorded meeting will be read out in the next meeting, and also any decision made during the meeting must be approved by the participant members at the meeting. So, for an example, our secretary emails us the minutes from the staff meeting just in case we miss something. So, if there's any questions or any confusions about what was decided or said at the meeting, the minute serves a valuable purpose to record exactly what was occurred during the meeting. So I guess that's all from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Syafiq, for your explanation. Next, we move on to our third speaker. Dr. Abraham, what about you? What do you think about the difference between minute meeting and agenda? Can you briefly explain to us?
Thank you, Amirul. My name is Abraham, and my point for the differences between agenda and minutes is that the agenda will generally be included in the notice book, and the minutes will be written in the resolution book. So what this means is that the agenda will be notified to the attendees of the meeting before the meeting starts. It can be notified by a document, notes, or emails, whereas the minutes will be written in a document after the meeting has held. My other point is that the differences between the two of them is that in the agenda it will include the points to be discussed, while in the minutes it will include the complete motions and resolution of the meeting. It means that in the agenda there will be some matters included that will be discussed in the meeting later on, and in the minutes will be the decisions, the actions, and the resolution of the matters that were discussed. That is all for my point. Thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you, Doctor. Such a great explanation from you. Let's hear from our last speaker, which is Dr. Shahira. Hello, Dr. Shahira. So, what about you? What is your opinion about the difference between agenda and minute meeting?
Thank you for the question, Amirul. So I do think there are other differences between agenda and minutes. For example, agenda is served by the higher or proper authority of any organization before they conclude they want to do this project or this project. And meanwhile, minutes is passed by the members of the meeting. So another difference for agenda and minutes is agenda is signed by the secretary or convener of the meeting with dates, because it is one of the legal or maybe important document that has to be kept secret. And for minutes it's usually signed by chairperson of the meetings. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor, for your explanation. Thank you so much. So after we hear from all of the speakers, I hope that we can be clear and everyone will understand more about the topic. Thank you to Dr. Diana, Dr. Shafiq, Dr. Abraham and Dr. Shaira for joining us today. Don't forget our next meeting in the forum. See you later. Thank you.